What's too good?
Oh, I'm just I'm just memeing hard, bro.
Oh yeah, dude. We're live.
Are we on Twitchy?
We're on Twitchy. Welcome
Get
to
the
the
hell
Friendly Jimmy's pre-show.
Holy shit.
Get
That
out of me.
face.
Oh. Oh, I smashed one of my guitars. That's not okay. Where are we? Oh my god, we're live, everybody.
We
How
are
the
indeed.
hell's it
It's
going?
happening. It's really, really well. By the way, as a suggestion by Marilini, who thought that she felt that the audience interaction was lowering a little bit, I sent out a post
Shit.
on Patreon asking our patrons to send exclusive questions. So
Nice.
in this pre-show, instead of getting Twitch questions, let's do patron questions, and we might actually just continue with that on the pod. Everyone has their own kinds of questions, so let's do like rapid fire ones. But before we do, does anyone want to say anything? Is everyone feeling okay? Sharing pleasantries with the audience? Hey audience, how you going?
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hi. Hi there. Hi, mommy.
Is your mummy watching, is he?
She actually is.
Is she?
Yeah, she's
Hey
just
Miss
like,
Love's mom, how you doing?
she said there was nothing on TV, so she's gonna watch this.
She's gonna watch our lockdown. Miss, do you have lights in your house? Actually,
Oh,
the first question relates to this. This
Yeah.
is posted by Liam. Question for Jordan: can you spend some of that Patreon money on a decent microphone and maybe a portable internet hotspot for Miss Love?
No.
There are at least 15 questions of this sort, so I've condensed that into just one. So there you go, Liam. It's never happening. All right.
And Liam, come on. If it did, you would miss it anyway.
Okay, the second question is from Roshuran. Yo, Ali, can you ask Jordan for recommendations on beginner cold water fish? Question mark. I just bought my first aquarium tank the other day and I am in the middle of cycling it. Emphasis on cold water as I am currently in the snowy mountains / Bruzistan.
Ooh. Bruzistan.
Okay, well, I've just got to say that pretty much the only cold water fish are axolotls and goldfish. You can get some other things like clouds and zebras, but why would you? They're just little fish that you feed to other fish when you're catching them in the river. I think that you should really, I don't know if this is, I don't know if you're aware of this living in the snowy mountains, but there is a thing called heaters. I hope to God that you do know what a heater is. Can you imagine living in the snowy mountains? Like, it's like, yeah, it's the dark ages in it, except for some reason I've got NBN.
Wait, is that true? Do you have to be really mindful of this?
What?
Why can't you just get fish are supposed to live in the Alps or whatever?
You can.
Yeah, I'm
endangered.
I'm gonna
so...
call.
Okay.
I'm gonna look. Listen, without any fish knowledge whatsoever, I'm gonna call bullshit, Jordan. I'm gonna call bullshit here. What you should do is go down to the fish markets, get a couple of oysters, a couple of those live, little sardines, and then chuck them in your thing. That's how you do it.
Right. Okay. And how do you get past the fact that they are saltwater animals?
I got 2 words for you, buddy. Kosher salt flakes.
Right.
Wait,
Of course.
so
Also available at the fish markets. Your one-stop shop. And also, there also is the downside of the fact that the sardines are dead. So,
Wait, Miss Love, do you want to be
there's a lot of
sold,
holes
babe?
in it. I guess you can do it. That's good advice. I guess they survive in cold water.
I can't imagine Miss Love being Salt Bay over his new fish tank. He's like, just needs a little bit of salt, and that will do
you
it.
you save on fish food. It's win-win.
Look, no one's saying that it's not all downsides, Miss Love, but I think the fun of having a fish tank is that the fish move. Usually when fish die in a fish tank, you flush them down the toilet. You don't put them in the fish tank.
Well,
No,
Miss
dude,
Love's gonna not be flushing it down the toilet. He's gonna be flushing it down his throat.
No, it's live.
Yeah.
You can buy live fish from the fish market, silly Billy.
Can you?
Of course you can.
What a fat groper.
You can get a wide variety of fish in their infancy. I don't know if they're designed for fish tanks, but I'm just saying, never say never.
What?
As
So
a
there's
so-
just been people like you that are so greedy that you put your hand in like you're Jabba the Hutt eating one of those little frog snacks next to you. Oh, what are you? What are you supposed to do with them? Why are they live?
Look, I've exhausted.
So cruel.
I've exhausted my knowledge. It's just my 2 cents. That's all.
You're just hungry.
I'll tell you
Miss.
what, though, what you can get if you want to have yabbies. This is something that you could do actually with the snowy mountains. Look, I honestly think that you should get a heater. It costs $30. The amount of fish that you have available to you after that expand infinitely. There's pretty much every fish with a heater or goldfish without one / Mexican walking fish, which is a misnomer. They're not fish. So you really are just one fish, right? And like koi, don't give me that shit. Koi is just a goldfish. They're just, they're like the giant hairy nosed wombat. They just didn't go extinct somehow because Japanese people were just like, oh, good luck, Haru. But they're the same animal.
Well, so the basically, what was his name? A Run. He's gonna get a heater. That's what needs to happen. There's no other way.
You can get those.
Exactly. They're not
Why
expensive.
is everyone complaining about global warming then?
What do you mean?
Well, if you need a heater for your fish tank, don't you need a heater for your ocean?
Clearly, there is no fucking global warming. If it was warming up, your tank could already be warm. Idiots.
Oh, I
just-
cannot wait for the point that you quit this podcast in disgust and become the new host of Gary Orson's YouTube channel.
I was going to say, I better be careful. I don't want to say anything too controversial. Global warming's real. It's very real.
Don't pretend it's not. It kind of is.
No, it is. I'm not saying it's not.
You can't make it out like, oh, the world is out to get you, spreading
No,
misinformation.
No.
Global
I'm not-
warming is a thing.
It's just that you can't even joke. You can't even joke these days, can you?
Yeah, true. But okay, well,
Well.
we got to make this rapid fire. This is another one.
My bad.
Band Mole, who's a listener and a favorite of the pod. She asks, do you believe that the resuming of construction during this new lockdown is purely so the government can push through their projects and keep to their schedule? Because frankly, the arts have suffered for so long. I guess that is because the LNP don't see cash roll in for that part of the economy, which is stupid in my opinion, because people are fanging to see live shit. Do not know what fanging is.
Who'd have guessed band mole is a band mole? Seems to only care about live music.
I've met Band Mole many times, and
Of course you have.
How have you met Band Mole? She comes to the show.
We are band mole. One of those Fight Club scenarios.
There is.
That's right. Just me and myself holding hands, watching like the Lansdowne Hotel explode and crumble, like as the picture plays. It was beautiful.
Oh, yeah, while you're both sitting there saying, really is the Pixies' only good song, but nonetheless, still a good song.
And then one of us just goes, fuck, I left my deep dish Chicago pizza in there.
That's crap. But I guess the essence of her question is, what do you think about the construction industry being this holy grail that no one can mess with? Like, even with all this lockdown chat, the only sector that seems to be hurting is the construction. Everything else doesn't matter as much.
Yeah, well, I've got many a video coming out about this. I'll give you a quick summary right now. What the cotton industry is to the Nationals, property developers are to the Liberals. And you know what is really pathetic? I can't believe that someone who has made a career out of explaining politics to people didn't figure out until maybe 7 years into my career that the Liberals are somewhat cozy with property developers. It's a new revelation to me. I think it's just because I've never really focused on it before, but I'm getting to that age that Miss Love was at when he was like 22 of, oh, well, that's sandstone. Why would you get rid of that house? And oh, that awful yellow stripe. I hate that. Like I'm getting into that phase. So everywhere that I look now, I can't unsee it. Just horrible design after horrible design getting slapped up. And now the bane of my existence, I swear to God, it is my most hated thing on earth now, duplexes.
That's your trigger
so
word.
Offensive to me.
What happens at age 30 that you go from like making content about how high school stories to all of a sudden auctions in Ashfield? That's a sudden jump.
See, that's what we were discussing today. We were saying this, Ali. It's a sad realization to have, but there's a point where you have to realize, maybe Miss and I shouldn't be wearing hats backwards and sitting there doing this with a school uniform on at 30.
It's too early.
Like,
too early.
No, it's
too early.
Yeah, it's too early. You can never lose your inner child.
Yeah, but it's
can't lose your inner child, but that's where the creativity comes from. But I think life circumstances need to evolve. Yeah. And I think that there was just this subtle cue that happened over the last couple of years that I didn't really pick up on, which is that, you can't talk about school athletics carnivals anymore.
Yeah.
As in you can, but the audience is kind of saying, yeah, that's all well and good. Like I do remember that phase of my life, but I also have kids now.
Yeah.
Whereas
do you know your median for like viewers' age?
Yeah, it's my age. That's the whole thing. Like you see, it's pretty much with every YouTuber. Whatever age you are, that's usually your age median. So 5 years from you, give or take. So mine now is about 25 to 35.
What about Logan Paul? Wasn't he like making content for kids?
True that, actually. Does put a spanner in the works. But again, they had to grow up. There was that jump where they went from, hey, so The Incredibles is out, so we're just going to dress up as one of those annoying little plush things that Asians are obsessed with. And then like they did that. And then the next episode, all of a sudden, was Jake Paul dating porn stars.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And also Ali demographic.
And also, like, it got kind of, real with Jake Paul. And it was like, no one ever thinks about charities, yo. I gave to charities, yo. Deep.
What happened?
I don't know. He started like mentioning the word charities instead of just being like, oh, yo, he chucked that mattress in the bonfire, yo. Oh, yo, the house is going to catch on fire, yo. Oh.
Yeah, his content went real south. It's a
indictment of an artist, isn't it? That you only get one seminal album, and that was his, wasn't it? Yo, jump off in the Despicable Me costume. Oh, yo.
Hey, dude, let's see if
Budget
Troy can
jackass.
fly, yo.
Yeah, it's so true. 12-year-old jackass.
Hey,
mixed with the occasional laughing at someone who hanged himself.
Ali, I don't want to get bogged down. We'll move on. I love this little Snapfire segment. It's great. But did you guys see that there's a new Jackass movie coming out?
I did. And I feel bad for those guys because they're 50 years old now.
I know. I feel so bad for them.
What do you have to do to make a buck?
Oh, it's just.
And why do they have to make a buck?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know anymore.
Joe Biden, man, he's increased inflation with his stupid stimulus package.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Like if all of them, Wee Man, the fat guy, Bam Margera, it all went to drugs. But then Steve-O was just like, yo, my investment strategy is out of whack, yo. All right. I'm going to sign up to this.
Yo, Dogecoin is not as good as Bitcoin. Did you know? I didn't.
I'm looking forward to it, especially because I remember that the joke at the end of Jackass was that they would be doing Jackass at around this age.
Really? I don't remember.
It's
that.
got a double glaze.
Dude, they're not
old
jackasses.
men now.
They're
They are.
prophets.
Dude, Buttsuit Barnes said, "Nah, they're doing it for the love," which I think might kind of be right.
I don't know.
But Sue
man.
Barnes, they can't all be doing it for the love. I've seen Bam Margera's Instagram.
Half of them
Bam.
only have one testicle now.
Huh?
Half of them only have one testicle. I'm sure they've fallen out of love, as they say.
Was it all coincidentally cancer, or was it just Jake Paul stuff of, oh, yo, the mattress is on fire?
No, I think it was like just banging into stuff all the time. And sometimes using their crutch as their first defense in those situations.
Oh, dude, the biscuit is back too, and I saw that. Who said that? I should do a shout out. You're gone though. Sorry. Oh no, yeah, BHL Guitar. The biscuit is back. I saw Jordan. Limp Bizkit has a new song called like Dad Rock, and Fred Durst puts a wig on and comes out and is like, "Yo!" And I do not want to watch it.
Wow, isn't that amazing? While I'm talking about maturing and moving on, and maybe it's time to put down the wig, Fred Durst puts on at 50.
At 50, like you don't need the wig.
Do you realize what a little pussy you are now, Jimmy?
Yeah, look,
Put that cap backwards again.
you gotta have to. I mean, Fred Durst was definitely onto something. You do not become the Michael Jackson of the planet, even if it was for a couple of years, without being onto something.
No,
Michael Jackson of the
that's a bit of a stretch.
Sorry?
Who was bigger?
Michael Jackson was much
at the
bigger.
time. I doubt it. No, didn't Michael Jackson, while Limp Bizkit was big, release Invincible?
Yeah, I think
flopped.
Is that the one with him? Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, he's not those late 90s. Oh shit, I don't know.
Dude,
Look,
he had a viral song. He's not Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson came out with like album after album of like really good stuff. Fred Durst had a phase.
Yeah, he's kind of right.
I'm not saying that he's not got the same legacy as Michael Jackson. I'm saying Fred Durst's legacy is way more important and bigger than Michael Jackson. But I'm just saying that for a short period of time, Fred Durst is the robot in Blade Runner, where his creator says that the candle that is twice as bright burns half as long.
Yeah, and then, dude, who's you know what? The what's his name? Fucking the guy, the like Tyrell guy is DJ Lethal, getting his eyes poked out by Fred. It's like, no, bro. Nah!
Yes. I think that this song would benefit from an ear. Yeah. I want more ear.
I want more DJ Han, fucker.
Okay,
DJ Lethal's still alive?
Yes.
Surely he was in that car with that member of Jackass that died. Well, have you ever heard of DJ Lethal? Was he even in the Gold Cobra album?
For sure, dude. For sure. Dude, Lethal wasn't some like, Lethal can't afford to like take a breather on an album and just live in the Caribbean for a year. He's like, he's expendable. So he can't just be like, y'all's, y'all's agenda has to revolve around me. It's like, no, dude, you just go, think about it sometimes. He's there.
Important function.
How did you not tell me that they've got a new song out?
I was trying to keep it from you. It's like the chili cook-off.
Christ's sake.
Surprise. Okay, rapid fire, because we have to move on with the pod. Next one is Alex. How do you pronounce his last name? Muir, M-U-I-R. Alex Muir.
Mm-hmm.
Was Jordan slouching in the water doco a deliberate move to lull them into false sense of security and reveal more than they would have otherwise? Or was he just missing the support of his gaming chair? Big question.
Can't it be both?
Alex.
Can't it be both?
I've got a theory about this. Can I weigh on this one?
Yeah, go on.
May I, Jordan?
Yeah.
It's not even a theory. I read it in one of the comments. Someone wrote in one of the comments, I'm just taking credit for this, but it's not my theory. It was like someone wrote when Jordan is presented with an interview with someone that either he doesn't necessarily massively respect as much as, like, you know, the ex-prime minister, or they're not funny. They're just like fax machines that roll off factoids. The deeper he sinks into his chair, and like he's just kind of like a turtle. And like the more boring, the more he sinks down, and like he's just his head over the thing like this, just like And what percentage was the koalas? Oh yeah, okay, cool. Yep, sweet.
I remember when he did that with Noam Paki in Pakistan, when he was giving one of the most boring sermons ever. At one point, he was under the couch. He was
really.
You can't blame him.
I realized that was a tell.
Dude, also...
So I literally sink into my couch.
George, by the way, I forgot to tell you this, but you know the ex-president we interviewed?
Yeah.
Dead.
That does not surprise me.
I think we may have
thought when we
had...
were speaking to him, that was just gas escaping.
I think we may have had his last interview on film.
Oh,
holy shit!
God.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
so
not
good.
sure, but because I've never seen him after that, and he was not doing any interviews, and we never published it.
That's heavy.
Wow.
You never published it?
Man,
Well,
you should send that to some Pakistani museum archive that no one watches. And
Or we're talking
eventually
about
one of the
KFC.
Dean's great relatives will piss on it.
I'm just imagining one of those things like in The Simpsons where it's like a Pakistani museum and you go in and it's just like, and it's your footage, and then it's just like no, it just walks in, walks out.
All right, next rapid fire. I think this one's for you. This is from Joey Joe Jr. Shabadoo. His question is it okay to eat breakfast sausage for dinner?
Should we all just answer this together? 3, 2, 1. Fuck
yes.
Why not?
Wait, what Jordan say?
He said no.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you
Why? Because
kidding
it's not lettuce.
Dude, I'll let in a little bit of a tidbit here from my personal experience. Take this how you will. I think breakfast food is better at night. There you go.
I agree with that.
Thank you.
Particularly American breakfast food, which is basically like heavy desserts. That is best after hours.
Because for breakfast, you're supposed to have fruit and yogurt and light stuff. You're not supposed to have sausages.
Well, according to Jordan, and Jordan would back me up on this, and also like new research, you aren't supposed to have anything for breakfast because you should be fasting.
There you go. Even better. So
I always thought that as well. Breakfast is the worst meal of the day. It's do I have to? It's a chore.
I mean,
how many times in your life has dinner been a chore?
Exactly. I'm a big fan of breakfast. Just a bit of fruit, maybe some yogurt. Actually, frankly, I just usually have a cup of coffee. I roll out of bed. I'm like, where's my goddamn coffee? And then it rolls around to like 2. And I'm like, yep, my blood sugar is so low that I can't see in front of my own hand. Fucking breakfast burger. Get that in there. No.
That's a life.
It's not paradise, people. It's not all you think it is.
So there you go. Joey Shababadoo, you know the answer to that. All right, so this one's from Janet Russell. I think this is for Jordan. It's kind of long, but here we go. Not sure if you are still checking these, but if you are, then 1, I'm a bit concerned we're sometimes making memes that amuse ourselves. We want memes that get the undecided to shift to the ALP or make conservative voters consider this government too smelly to positively vote for. Example, see the big swing against Josh Frydenberg and Kuyong. I think we need to listen carefully to conservatives. then undermine the messaging. Example, I'm proudly conservative from a conservative background and tradition. Conservatives don't have monopoly on pride or proud achievements. Two, you can have a proud left-wing tradition, and my family does, service, community values, material success. Could memes about this in the ALP and supporters be part of the arsenal?
Yeah, I think that the only way to convince people is to convince them that you're more like them than someone else. That's it.
But so so basically this is a message for the common sense brigade, I suppose. Well, I'll say one thing, Janet. Because you have that background, you are the perfect person to come up with those memes. Because you tell what you know, and you seem to know that untapped area. So it's more important for you to step up and start making memes for your country.
You are right, Ali.
Yeah.
If she doesn't, who will?
If she doesn't, who will? Like, I can only make ethnic memes, I suppose, because that's what I know.
No, don't sell yourself short, Ali. Shit sitcoms from the 90s.
Shit sitcoms from the 90s. Okay. Well,
also, I guess just being like, this would be an Ali meme, wouldn't it? Does anyone know where I can get a good grinder? And that's it. It's just that question, and then a picture of a grinder at the bottom.
No, a picture of Josh Frydenberg.
Yeah.
That's a good grinder. Okay,
Josh Frydenberg probably doesn't like weed.
Dennis Z asks, what are your thoughts on distilled water? Its use for agricultural, environmental sustainability, and what to do with the byproducts such as brine, given that within 10 to 15 years, the issue of water hardship will affect the global population by an estimation of 10% approximately. Do you know what he's talking about? How is distilled water better?
Distilled?
Isn't he talking about desalinized?
Groundwater? Does he mean groundwater?
I think desalinized water is different from distilled water. Is the water we're putting in our farms already contaminated that's draining off into the ocean?
I don't know what he means by that. I don't know enough about water. All I know is that
distilled, I'm not sure about
managing the current water that we have would be more than enough for our current needs. Way, way, way more than enough. In fact, Miss, we were just talking about this the other day.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like groundwater, right? Is that what you're going to say?
Like the bore stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
I thought...
Always with that 18th century charm.
What are you talking about?
So why dig it up from the ground, Twilliger? Build a well.
All right, last question before we go. This is from Alexander Abdul Rahman.
Yeah, go Rahman.
What's your take?
Yes.
Hey, miss, we've got some Muslim following, okay? So you've got to tap down this stuff.
What are you talking about? that was a positive quip.
Exposed
for my Bosnian brothers and sisters.
What's your take on modern monetary theory? It seems too good to be true. And I think I've heard Jordan shit on the idea previously, but I'd love to hear your opinions. Modern monetary theory is when the idea that like the government can basically print out as much money as they want. I'm summing it up crudely, and basically inject that into the economy. The only disadvantage that has is rise in inflation, and you can beat that with like taxing your citizens more. That's basically modern monetary theory in a nutshell.
The taxes. Well, sounds good to me.
And it's it's an extreme version. You know how, Jordan, you mentioned in your stand-up as well that, or you did in the John Howard one, how the idea of budget deficits and getting a surplus is fetishization. That's basically what modern monetary theory is getting at, that no one should be afraid of budget deficits. There are some loopholes, in my opinion, in that.
Isn't that just Labour's
See,
policy?
this is the whole stupid thing about it. You're just assuming that they're getting into debt for a good reason. You shouldn't be scared of budget deficits if the money is going towards something that will make more money. But if it's not, then you should be scared of budget deficits, shouldn't you?
Well, look, the idea is that it really doesn't matter for a sovereign currency. So basically, if your currency is sovereign, as in it's not pegged to the dollar, it's not pegged to any other currency, then you're basically masters of your own destiny. So you print as much as you want, irrespective of, you try to borrow money for good reasons, but even if you don't, it's not the end of the world, is the argument. And I think this is surfaced more so after like 2008, how that was handled when stimuluses weren't passed because it was going to be too much of a stress on the budget. And then with Corona now, you've noticed every jurisdiction that has done some form of stimulus without caring about the deficit has actually done well, and it hasn't resulted in the doomsday scenario that a lot of people talk about. But my take on
No,
it
but the thing
is,
is, like, okay, if you're investing, you would imagine that the government would be sound enough that if they are getting into that debt, they would be building roads and hospitals and things like that.
you'd hope so. I mean,
You'd hope
without that, then what's the point, really?
But
Because
what's
if
the
you,
point? But the thing is, some governments do that, like ours. They just put it into a big pile and burn it.
yeah, but I think just the idea that not necessarily our government, but like any government that goes through that avenue, the problem is that economics is almost a religion, where like there's certain rules that you follow, right? And no one can question the religion because you can't really question God. So like things like, no, you can't borrow that much money because your deficit is going to increase too much. Okay, then like what's the harm in that? Well, the harm is someone's going to have to pay it. Okay, why don't you just keep forwarding that debt? No, but someone will have to pay it. Like it's just someone will have to pay it is one of the core tenets of modern, particularly Keynesian economics, where like you can't just print unlimited amounts of money because it will eventually screw your economy.
But isn't that true? Kind of.
Well, the problem is that the whole idea of a sovereign currency isn't really based on anything tangible, right? So it's not based on gold.
Yeah.
For instance, if it's based on gold, then like if you print more money than you have gold, then you're in a problem, because if people try to get their gold, there's not going to be enough gold for the amount of money that's printed. But our economy and most economies in the world, most developed economies, aren't basing their currency on gold or anything tangible. They're basing it on trust. They're basing it on the fact that like we are the government and we are saying trust this money. So as long as that trust remains, it'll be fine. The places like Lebanon these days is like their inflation is rising by thousands of percent a day. So like they change prices for everything at superstores like maybe 4 or 5 times a day. But the reason
like
why that's happening, Zimbabwe was an example.
That's the one, Zimbabwe. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, but like the problem with all those currencies or all those countries was that the trust had evaporated. So if you can somehow maintain that trust, and that only comes from a perception that you're managing the economy well, then theoretically it's possible. But like this is like a new theory that's circulating, and it's getting some traction. Like a lot of
It goes back to that old hippie thing of, man, if you think about it, money only has power because we think it has power. Can I just cut out the greatest monetary theorist on earth is some guy in Mullumbimby that Farbs has definitely smoked cones with.
Torbs. And we are live.
Okay, all right. Look, we'll start the pod, but last one, because Marilini suggested this entire segment. Marilini's daughter Brooke has asked, would you rather be a woman or a lizard?
Lizard.
What is that question?
That's from a child, miss.
Oh, I'll go say I'll go half. I want to be a lizard woman. There you
go. Always breaking the rules.
Yeah. Always the diplomat.
All right. Yes, you can't be a straight up female lizard. You have to be a transsexual lizard, or you have to be a woman.
Yeah. Transsexual lizard, man.
I suppose because you did go from being a human male to a female lizard, that does cover the transsexual part. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've transitioned.
That's on one of my lists. That's on my it's like, go to South America, try really, really good ramen in Japan, be a transsexual lizard. It's like number 4 on my list of to-do.
Didn't Johnny Depp do that?
What?
Isn't there a movie where he is some tranny lizard?
There is a movie where he's a lizard, and it's just a child adaptation of Fear and Loathing, where it's like, we're milking this for as much as we can. It's a kid's movie, and I'm a lizard, but it's exactly the same story about Fear and Loathing, but we'll just say it's about water. Okay, thanks for the money.
No.
Yeah.
So he made
Rango
Fear and Loathing, and then the next year he just CGI'd himself in as the lizard. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom, done. What do you mean I can't bring my dogs into Australia? That was the timeline of his life.
I think that's the timeline of his whole career. It started hunk in the 80s on some fucking obscure movie where he's like got long hair and he's a hunk. Fear and sorry, my mistake. La Chocolat, Fear and Loathing, then the Lizard movie, Dog Fiasco, and now he's retired.
Yes, and everyone thinks that he was in Pirates of the Caribbean, but no, that actually was Keith Richards.
Well, yeah, exactly.
There you go, Brooke. I hope you've learned something from this.
Yeah.
Just for the record, I would rather be a woman.
There you go.
Oh, well, thank you, Ali.
Yeah, there you go.
Answered the question. Jesus, he was skirting around that for a while.
Yeah, I know.
Be a woman.
Okay, all right. That's it for the patron questions. Thank you guys for sending it in. We'll try to do this as a regular thing. And yeah, some of these were good. We couldn't do obviously all of them. We got like 92 questions on Patreon, so there were quite a few.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone. That's so sweet. Very lovely.
Very sweet. All right. Well, welcome to the FriendlyJordies Podcast. How are we doing? Should we dive into our questions, or is there our segments, or is there something else you guys have on your mind?
God, I have nothing on my mind anymore. Look, Miss Love knows what I have on my mind these days. Should this could be or Angus and Coot? You put Angus and Coot there. Is that a good reference?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what's on my mind is...
Are you sure about that? Yes. That's
that's the relationship. That's the professional relationship. And what is on my mind is what is usually on my mind. Why does my stomach hurt right now? Oh, yeah, it's because I asked the lady at the Vietnamese banh mi place for extra chilies. And then when she said, are you sure they're hot? I said, yeah, it's fine. Nothing bad will happen because of this. And now I regret it. Just
right.
The usual.
So the usual cycle of a day for Miss Love Berijiklian.
Yes. That's my day. Oh, maybe I shouldn't get chili this time. Nah, fuck it. I'll get extra chili. 6 hours later. Lucky I'm not on some sort of media outlet with a massive national platform that's live. Oh, Joe.
And lucky you don't have hemorrhoids either.
Yeah, if I'm a little reserved in the next 2 hours, it's because my stomach's just going like. I'm Homer in that thing of like, hope I didn't brain my damage. Such an idiot. So dumb.
Is your stomach all right, Ali?
Yeah. What would you say?
Is your stomach all right? Because I think that you have the weakest out of all three of us.
It's fine right
Should
now.
Not be the case.
Remember when he ate that fucking sour lolly? He was just like, oh.
Well, that was supposed to be a punishment thing. You can't get mad at me for not liking it.
I'm not mad at you. There's just clearly something wrong with me because I just ate that and was like, oh, so sour, disgusting. No, just ate another one straight after.
Well, my stomach is fine now, so we can move on from that. All right, first segment. This
How is Ali's stomach?
Feisty.
The ethics of stomach.
Wouldn't that be great if it just flashes that up and it's just an X-ray of Ali's stomach? Now, none of us are doctors, but we'll just assume that that's fine. All right, next segment.
No.
Love stomach, and then you just look at a picture of his stomach, and there's just a chili outline inside it
and a rock.
Oh, as you can tell, this is a particularly hot chili. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's on fire.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, look. How
Order.
I found this. Someone on my Instagram. I'll look it up. Sent me the greatest Instagram page that we're going to do a review of. It's called Gladys's Fanart.
Whoa.
It's people that send drawings and paintings of Gladys.
Wow.
And I apologize to all the listeners because this isn't a video. This is just a picture thing. But can you guys see?
Oh my God.
That's the first one.
Is this real?
It's real.
Holy shit.
And are they making fun of her or no?
Some of them might be, but like most of them I think are genuinely fans.
Wouldn't it be great if the woman that drew this was 30?
She probably is. You can't have like
so sad if she is
younger than 30 Gladys fan. But what do you guys review this out of 10?
Why is her nose a crab's claw? Not even a crab's claw, a leg.
I thought it was like an ass, like a very skinny ass. Gladys's ass, maybe.
Yeah, it's Gladys's ass on a nose. They've grafted on.
I love this one. This is a 9 out of 10 for me. I like how her eyes are going two different. It's very Simpsons.
Very
actually.
Simpsons.
George, what's your rating?
Like the fact that she has one gimp arm. Have you noticed that? That the other one here is perfectly healthy, and then this one here is just one of those little like Herman flaps.
But here in the corner.
Yeah.
Very, very talented.
I like this one a lot.
And I do really like the hashtag Fanart. Yeah, we know it is.
What are your ratings? We all have to rate each one. I go 9 out of 10.
6 on 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ali's right on this one. It is it can't be a 9.
Unfortunately.
It's a 9.
Such a low bar for a 9.
I like the style.
So what are you saying? Something that gets in the Archibald is a 10. You know what? Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't the Archibald. They're all shit.
Exactly. This would win the fucking Archibald. And the review would be like, yes, the childlike innocence respects how fragile our the political ecosystem is today, not to mention the environmental ecosystem.
Not
$1 million.
Who drew it was my niece.
The woman
Nepotism.
who duped Australia. All right, next one. I say it's a 6 on 10, so Jordan is agreeing. Ooh.
Whoa.
That's a different person.
I know the exact photo that she got that from, but she has made Gladys Berijiklian look like some creepy Hungarian porn star.
She looks like Cruella de Vil there.
Yeah, that's also true.
But that's a good artist, though.
Yeah, that is
You
a good
think?
artist.
Yeah, man. That's getting a 9. It's getting
That's
a
an
9
8
for me
on
as
10.
well.
8
It's a
on
9.
10.
I'll go 9 again.
It would have been 9 if she looked anything like Gladys, but whoever this person is, it's a good painting, so it's an 8.
But it's a really good painting.
Well, doesn't it remind you of one of those cafes in the CBD that hasn't changed its decor since the 90s, but it was upmarket in the 90s?
Miss Love's Lithgow restaurant.
Oh, brutal.
I mean, it actually does kind of look like one of my dad's watercolors. So, you know.
You know the restaurants I'm talking about? You guys know that, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
They kind of look like where someone, Jerry Seinfeld, would have taken one of his dates that he was trying to impress. And they've kept that. And I think it's illegal for them to play anything other than cafe jazz.
Yeah, Reggie's.
No, Reggie's is low.
Charlie
Low,
Parker.
I'm talking upmarket stuff.
Oh, my bad. Okay, like rock pool.
Okay, sure. I don't know, but I'm just
Charlie
saying.
Parker? Come on.
Look, you actually know more about this subject than I do, both of you. So let me ask you this then. Don't you think that portrait would be in one of those?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
8 on 10. Jordan, what's your rating?
Long roundabout way of saying 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
10 out of 10. 10. I'm looking at a picture here, you know?
I mean,
Wait, is that Carrie Chant or Gladys?
I'm gonna go like.
Man.
Dude, I don't know. I'm gonna go a 6.5 for this one. It's
I
interesting.
wouldn't be surprised if Ben Fordham made this.
10 on 10. 10.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 10 as well.
It
I
is the
really
most
like the
lifelike.
fact that the more you look at it, the more it looks like Melbourne Luna Park.
This one.
Sorry.
That one is.
They made her fat. She's not fat.
That's
that angle she is.
Why
Look
does
at
she have a
those
double
Those are all
chin?
accurate.
That's
Are you-
pretty good. I mean, it's not flattering at all, but I'm gonna go like a 9 again. That's great.
I can't tell
that
if
is good.
this is a joke or not, this site.
Neither can I.
Look at Gladys Fanart, 500 likes, and I'll get this tattooed on me.
Holy shit.
Would you? Because if that's the case, I think we're just going to have to 500 likes. it,
Oh,
guys.
can we do that right
it's
now?
already at
Enough people watching
726.
right now for us to get to that.
It's
Wait,
already at 726.
Or is she talking about the 74 likes here?
I don't know.
Nah, I don't know, but I suppose.
No, I think Ali's
Check out
right.
the
There you go.
replies.
I liked it.
But Ali's right. It's over. I think surely she doesn't mean that comment. She means the photo, which means whoever owns this page better have got that tattooed on them.
I
Check
hope
it out,
not.
Ali. Look at the replies. See if they got it or not.
Yeah, check it out.
Get her face tattoo. Sent you a
Challenge.
DM. No, there's nothing. It was
Oh.
probably
Who
just a
are these
bullshit thing.
people?
I'm following.
You're
You know what?
firsthand.
I'm commenting on it right now live. I'm gonna say get the tattoo. What's the page called? Gladys fan art. I'm doing it now.
Gladys fan art.
See,
All
look
right.
at this restaurant, Sydney Burger Doctor. That's where that other art piece would be hung up. But
All right, I'm gonna. Wait, boys,
Yeah.
what should I comment? I think I'll say. How about I say put your money where your mouth is. Where your mouth is. Is the tattoo done?
also, yeah,
Good
is the
call.
tattoo done? But also, 5,000 likes and Miss Love will get it tattooed on him.
Oh, I really don't want
Yes,
that tattooed
I'm
on me.
keen on that. I'm keen on that.
Maybe
Miss,
if
do
it's-
it.
Maybe if it's really small.
I
Don't
want
you
to
reckon?
see your
Just
reply
really
here.
small on your arm and underneath it, Mom. Emma. Love heart with the arrow going through.
That's just ridiculous. That's an insult to my mom.
Miss, have you replied? Because I want to see it here.
Done. Check it out. Go to the bottom.
It's still not there.
God, I would love to know who makes this page. Do you think it's their staffers? I mean, she's got 100 of them or something, doesn't she? So
There it is. Put your
Oh,
money where
wait.
your mouth
Put
is.
your money where your mouth is. Is the tattoo done? 2 likes already. I
2
like
likes.
that too.
3.
All right.
And we're off.
And we're up.
And we're off. How good are our meme capabilities? We want to see the tattoo, whoever this anonymous stranger is.
All right, next one.
Evidence or bust.
We're holding you to account.
Oh wait, that's just a picture that she
That's
made.
an amazing picture.
Oh, she does have like a. She does indeed have.
We've seen all of these, Ali.
Sorry. I'm
I blew that one.
okay. This. What about this one?
1 out of 10 for me.
Is that on a mural?
She kind of looks like Tanya Plibisek if she was
Just
blonde.
attractive there.
Yeah.
I
Wait.
really don't like those creepy kid paintings that you see on the wall of a primary school like that.
They're so
Especially
creepy.
because I don't think that she's earned Nelson Mandela status yet. There's still time.
She had a
But-
few months ago, but it's been taken away.
Nelson Mandela status. Oh, you're killing me, Jordan. You're killing me here.
What does it say? Thanks, Anne-Marie and Co. for the amazing paintings. Why not host your own paint and sip party over Zoom as Gladys as your muse? What a freak.
Well, so what's the rating? I say that's a 6 on 10 as well.
No, I gave it a 1. That's a 1
gave
out
it
of
a
10
1.
for me. It's not. I'm not into that at all. That's the stuff of nightmares.
Joy, how
Yeah,
many
I'm going to have
points?
to agree with Miss Love on this one. It's a 1 out of 10. But
Good
guys,
try.
can we weaponize our audience to get to the bottom of A, is this a joke? B, no, really, is this a joke? C, can we find out who is making this joke?
I think that like it would be easier to find if the moon landing was faked, Jordan.
I don't think that's the case, Miss Love. I just don't think you know anything at all about the internet. And it's a miracle that you're online at the moment.
Look, that's also a possibility. I have to say, guys, 9.5 out of 10, because I love this picture and I like that it's paying homage to this picture. I loved this meme when it was going. I loved how they just superimposed her in front of everything. Like they superimposed her in front of Krista getting arrested and like Jordan. And I think this is great. I love this meme.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah, look, I was in the same boat as Miss Love, but then I saw that Pedestrian was like, ha ha ha, everyone's memeing on it. And then I thought, nah, 1 out of 10.
You know what?
Pedestrian ruins everything.
God, when Jordan is throwing out some dimes, when he's right is right. I have to retract my score.
Do you guys notice that Gladys has Simpsons hands in this drawing?
Hey, yeah, so she does.
So,
nice, man.
Which makes me think that this might be a joke because any Simpsons fan could not be a Gladys fan. Am I crazy?
Nah, look, it's possible that there's a mix there. There's a crossover.
I've got to say, I do like Gladys's fan base a lot more than mine. No offense to the people that are watching me and my two best friends to exist. That's great. But I guess I'll give you some partial credit on that. But
partial credit.
But every single person that seems to like this page appears to be some wholesome Armenian nunna. It's like, yay, Gladys. Miss Love's mum. It wouldn't surprise me if Miss Love mum likes this page. I wouldn't know.
Oh, come on.
I think she will because she's watching it, so she will after this.
We're just joking, Mum. We love you.
Oh, yeah, I love Miss Love's mum. That's what I'm saying. I love Gladys's fan arts audience.
I kind of agree.
This is definitely a joke.
I don't care. I'd rather sink than call Dan for help. Okay, I'm starting to think
I don't care. I'd rather sink than call Dan for help.
No. That's just that's too shit to be ironic. They're really pushing the Sky News line. Like, if anything, this page should be banned for 7 days, like Sky News was.
Yeah, right. This is just like honest art, fan art.
All right, maybe one last one.
I'm gonna give this like 1 out of 10 too. I didn't like it.
Oh my god, what the hell is that?
Jesus Christ.
What the hell is that? That's a 10.
Look at the top comment. Best one yet. That's fucking terrifying, dude.
That's a Miyazaki monster.
I feel like it's too mean.
Yeah, it's too much. Guys, come on.
That's
very mean.
That's a 1 again for me. Come on, one more. Can't finish on this one.
All right, one more.
How is Needy Neat saying that? Oh my god.
That's
making it look like a Pokemon character that says your Pokeballs have been upgraded.
We finally got to a 10. I knew there'd be 1.
Pikachu stepmom.
God, it actually makes her look a lot nicer than she looks in real life.
Yeah,
I wish he was that. I can't wait until we get to the point that you can just CGI a premiere like that, and that's what we get to see. Mouth moving a little bit out of context, but not because of the slow internet, just because that's what anime always looks like.
Yeah. With just the like textbook lines of just like the hologram being like, what we need is more investment in our public sector and schools. What a nice baby. What a nice baby. What we need. Do you reckon?
Perfect. I hope the audience and you guys enjoyed Gladys's fan art.
I love that.
Actually,
I did.
we love it. Shout out to the channel. If you haven't followed it, you should do it now.
I am
Or not.
following. No, that was awesome.
All right. Okay.
You know what? I really feel like we've given John Barilaro ammunition if he was smart enough to do it.
Oh, you reckon?
Don't you think he could turn public sentiment around in a second if he just did a react video to all of my, like, just some friendly Geordie stuff? People just showed him some classic skits and he was like, oh yeah, no, Stereosonic is like that. Oh, what the hell? Auctions? No, that's lame. Don't you reckon? Like, it just put me in my place so quickly. Somehow they figure out how to get all their money out of the legal trust, and everyone demands a refund.
Oh, dude,
self-aware, he gets it now.
He just calls you a boomer. Look at this guy going to auctions and making videos about it.
If he wasn't a politician, he could do it.
Just with a hat backwards.
Yeah,
It's so fucking weird that path of least resistance, some gamer with like Cheetos dust on his t-shirt watching doing that, it's been like exactly like Jordan said, like, oh yeah, nah, oh that's pretty good, oh yeah, no, I remember those people from high school. And then just sort of being like, what, dude, why is you getting so mad? This is fucking lame. Go back to the auctions.
Instead of suing me,
that would
instead of like going for every penny I have, orchestrated media hit campaign,
it would be more effective.
It would. I think he'd honestly own me if he said exactly what you said, of just reacting to him for that 40 minutes saying, yeah, everyone does that. Does this guy not understand politics? Why has he got such a big viewership if he doesn't understand politics? Oh, shut up. It's so boring. Cringe, going around on my floor on soap. Yeah, thanks for cleaning it, dickhead.
Oi, bro, maybe you're just jealous because you don't know how to make a veal scampini, bro. Did anyone think of that? No, you didn't.
Yeah, so good. And then just finishing with that's the mic drop. Bro, that was cringe. Just go back to the auction shit. That was funny.
that would actually be the one thing that could fucking take you down. Not bankrupting you.
Put me in my place.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so funny.
Bro, is he getting a paunch? Like, I know I'm fat and everything, but look at, bro, you need to work out more. Fuck.
Oh, dude, he wasn't even that hot when he was a model, man. I could have been one in my 20s. Anyone can.
It's not that hard. It's look. I'll give it to you in 2 words. This is how you do it. Work out. Okay.
Dude, I would unsub to you and start following his channel.
Me too. I would hand him the mantle. I'd say, look, you deserve to cause this mass spatial extinction. It's the same. It would be the same thing as Trump. Trump has just figured out that reacting to things gives you free license to do whatever you like in life.
Yeah, that's true. He did it. You're right.
He was the first YouTuber president. His speeches, about 3/4 of them. You remember that, don't you, Ali? Him just sitting there going like, what else is in the news today? The Knicks won. We love the Knicks. Knicks are a very good team.
Not the Mets. They sick. They're very bad teams.
The Atlanta Braves, they chose their names. What's happening in this country? What's happening?
They want to change it from Redskins. I don't think Redskins is so bad. Look at my hair. It's nice and red. You shouldn't be ashamed of that stuff.
The Native Americans even... I don't think they care. No, do they care? I don't think so. So good. The Knicks. He's fucking commenting on baseball games.
That's basketball.
Pretty much just Bill Burr's podcast with a funnier comedian.
Yeah, better comedian. Bill Burr, but he still had hair.
It could have been Bill Burr. No one bothered to check the whole 4 years.
Can you imagine if at the end of the race he just took that thing off? He's like, "You fucking idiots! What the hell do you think I was got? You think I was on holiday for 2 years? Who stays in Hawaii for 2 years? Saps. It was me the whole time. Ridiculous."
I really I'm sad that I don't think anybody got an inflection in Trump's voice until he was no longer president. But he did that a lot, where he'd just be like, and I don't think anyone did it correctly, where they were like, they want to ban straws. They want to ban them very quickly. They want to get rid of them. They say they're bad, very bad. They want to get rid of a lot of straws. He used to emphasize it with a little guttural, like, ugh. Yeah, I don't think anyone used it, but it was so powerful.
No, you're right. People are probably just, God, I have to say, you know, I wasn't on there being like, he's racist. I think he wasn't a good president by and large. I thought it was funny. But you have to say, plastic straws is a weird hill to die on.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's so insane that he's just sort of just like, they want to ban straws. Have you ever tried the straws with the paper? I've tried them. I don't like it. It goes soggy. I'm drinking my coffee. It goes soggy. No good.
He's not wrong.
No
He's
good.
not wrong though.
This is the one issue that Ali is like a fucking libertarian on. As soon as there's a fucking marine life involved, who gives a shit?
I'm just saying, I'm sure there's better ways to save turtles, but those straws get soggy real quick. Oh. And at the movies, it's a real problem.
I'm gonna bring my representative up here, Ali. He's a fresh immigrant. We love our immigrants here. He's an American success story. Ali, what do you think of the straws? They're annoying. Thank you very much, Ali. You're a good patriot, Ali. We love you, Ali.
Well, I could be a patriot for that, because what about, like, I don't know, wood straws? Is that that's
bamboo? That's a thing.
No, for trees, that's probably going to be much worse. But I don't know. I'm just saying that those straws do suck. Okay, so
yeah, I think you're right on this one, Ali.
Oh, God.
Look, it's just so strange though that I can't believe that there has been no politician in living memory or politician worldwide, for that matter, that has just figured that out. Why not? Instead, you can talk about policy. You can have your little empty slogans. That's all well and good. But why don't you just mix it up with some general chit chat about that? Of, I tried one of these paper straws. Cherry cola went everywhere. My tie, I had to get it dry clean. Didn't come out. Very sad about that. It was a very good tie.
Cherry cola.
I was on my private jet. Ivanka looked at me. She said the can exploded. It exploded. Can you believe that? 3,000 feet in the air. I didn't know I couldn't drink a Coke.
All right, to speak.
Maybe instead of banning the straws, you should figure out how to make your cans not explode. They're just lucky because I'm very nice. I could sue them for that, but I'm not going to.
We love Coke. We love what they do. Coke. Transform the nation. Coca-Cola.
Such a legend.
I miss him. I do.
Come on, Ali. Privately, just you and me now. Forget that there's thousands of people listening, tens of thousands. You miss Trump, right?
Dude, who doesn't miss Trump? I miss Trump the same way I miss Louis C.K. We lost a funny man.
Yeah, we lost another funny ginger. We've only got one left. That's all we got.
Bill Burr's the last one, and like he is trying to get cancelled. It's only a matter of time.
Who, Bill Burr?
Yeah, dude, come on. It's just like, fucking women. Shut the hell up. What, believe all women? Like, it's just, soon he's just going to be like,
all women.
He's like,
all women.
Like, I think he's gone the other way now. He used to be down the, you know what, I hate women. Right. And that was obviously his best material because he really did have an axe to grind. Now, all he does is sit there and say, you know who I really love? Black people. I really, really love black people. And it's like, well, that might be a fact, but it's not comedy, is it? You know?
Well, I think
I really think that it's turned another leaf now that he's done that. The whole point of comedy is to be shitting on people.
Right.
Yeah, but I think his wife kind of patrols him for that.
Yeah, and it's obvious.
But Anyways, look,
like that man needed to not have been laid for 10 years. She did a real disservice by marrying him. He just
all
needed
right,
a lot
look,
of pent up rage being like, damn broad.
that's enough of that. Speaking of broads, the latest controversy or news that's dominated the world is Scarlett Johansson suing Disney. Do you guys know about that?
Yeah,
Why?
I heard about that.
So what happened was that Scarlett Johansson did a movie with Disney, The Black Widow, and they had planned that pre-pandemic, and she was supposed to get a cut from all the ticket sales. But Disney ended up releasing Black Widow simultaneously at the cinemas as well as Disney Plus. And Scarlett Johansson estimates that she lost, I don't know, like 30 or 60 million dollars because of it. So she's now suing Disney. And
Right.
checking this out, Emma Stone is now also thinking of suing Disney because they did the same thing with her with Cruella.
I mean, look, I think we can all agree that if there's one marginalized population in the world that needs justice, it's Hollywood millionaires.
And someone who received 20 million, dude, as much as so Scarlett Johansson received $20 million straight up, and she was supposed to get more money.
That's pennies to the dollar. I won't rest till she gets paid 40 million. That's insane.
Look, I empathize with all of this, and on top of this, I personally hate Scarlett Johansson, for reasons that people always misconstrue as sexism, but I have my reasoning.
I know what the reason is. The fappening didn't meet your standards.
No, look, okay, this is my own opinion, but I kind of got triggered by her after watching one of her interviews, and some guy asked her, do you wear underpants underneath your Black Widow suit? And she got really pissed at the reporter.
Why did that piss you off?
Well, it didn't piss me off because she then was like, you would never ask a man that question. And I happened to watch a lot of interviews with like male superheroes like Hugh Jackman and stuff, who were also asked this question. Hugh Jackman did like an entire story of like how Russell Crowe had advised him, because of that issue, always keep a zipper on your suit so that you can go pee quickly. Like, this is a topic that
God, this is a red hot pod. This time we are really
this last half hour just got flavored. It's got a kickback, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like we
like
basically
wasabi.
Our quota of like not being cancelled was like, hey, we haven't fucked ourselves in like a month. All right, we'll make short work of that. Come on, let's do this.
Been there.
No, but Ali, look, I've never agreed with you more on anything in the history of our friendship. I really do think that you're onto something here. I hate that, but who would have guessed that somebody who feels victimized about receiving $20 million is annoying?
Yes, but having said that, so now you know how much I'm not a fan of Scarlett Johansson, and there are other reasons that I probably shouldn't get into, but
I have no problem.
I still
with her.
agree with her in this case, though. She's not wrong, dude. She got royally fucked over.
Look, I also don't necessarily disagree with her. It's just that it's hard for me
to empathize with her.
Well,
a movie star, yeah.
Well, I mean, just when there's people that are like kind of struggling with like they're dying for a bowl of rice. It's just like, especially with COVID now. But principally, sure. Fair
but
call.
I just think that that really proves that at essence, as well as that annoying comment, because you know that it went viral with the worst people on the planet. Why are women wouldn't ask women that? They always say that, and they have no evidence to back it up. They always say you wouldn't ask a woman that, but like every time, if you look at the evidence, you do. It's exactly the same with me.
Right.
How they're always being like, he makes fun of women. Yeah, what's your point? First off, even if I made 100% fun of 100% women, who cares? What's that got to do with anything? Like, but like, let's just take that away. You do make fun of everyone ever. Like, it's just an invented boogeyman. I hate that point.
Yeah,
but I think
make
it
it
also
holy
like, dude,
grails.
it's just like with the like, I just think that if you are angry about doing what you love in life and receiving $20 million for it, you're a bad person. Fact.
No, but like, Jordan, those
they're
aren't
not
the details.
happy.
Those
They
aren't
think
but those aren't to play devil's advocate. Those aren't the details. A giant company superseded a contract and did something behind the back and fucked her over. Principally, she's
Oh my God. It's not the same as like Amazon doing it to someone packing her fucking DVDs into the box away when she sits down and like, no, I'm only getting 2.5% of that cut, not 3%.
yeah,
I mean,
fair
look,
enough.
I
Fair
don't
enough.
know.
Let's
Like,
see
I
what
just-
the
yeah, I think
I'll
he's
look at
just-
Twitch comments as well to see what shots fired tonight. Pop, pop, pop.
Well, seeing as we're on Twitch,
Why
there will
might
be a
that?
lot of her fans saying screw us because Captain America, or whatever the fuck that shit is, she was in that and whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, if that's your
Marilini,
view on life, allow me to just turn it around with this counter argument to all those people that say that she was in Captain America or whatever. She was also in Ghost in a Shell, the live version. So
That really
was
sucked.
perfect.
That really
Dome King just said, Ali, do you wear underwear under those track pants? And the answer is no.
Why are you asking a Pakistani that? You couldn't ask an Indian that.
Wait, Ali.
Yeah.
Really though?
Look, I'll be honest. Yesterday, my brother got pissed at me for not wearing underwear and showing him my ass crack. And I was like, we're in lockdown, dude. He's like, that doesn't mean you don't wear underwear. And I was like, I think you get a license.
And then he just went, that's it, Ali. Get in the dog cage for your punishment.
By the way, speaking of dog cages, do you guys want to see all grown up Rumi?
Yes.
Why haven't you showed us before?
Is he in prison right now or is he out of prison?
Come here. He's right here. One second. He's scared now.
Rumi the roommate. Come on. Oh my God. He's so sweet. What's in his mouth?
A bone.
Oh, he's so sweet.
Copy.
Beagles.
Say
Oh
hi,
my gosh.
Rumi.
Rumi.
All right, go.
No.
The nice. Ah,
I want more.
we got to see the dog.
He's very sweet. I bet Twitch is blowing up.
Hey,
Yes, they are. Beagles, yay. Jack.
Hey.
Now, yeah.
does
Sorry.
this dampen the mood, Twitch? I really want to know this. I was trying to convince Ark the other day about my idea of making the dog sanctuary. And in convincing them, I've sort of convinced myself that dogs are a lot more chat than I used to think they are.
What do you mean?
Don't you think? Okay. Do you want dogs to be ruined for you?
You can't possibly.
You cannot do it, so go for it.
You can't do it. It's not gonna
All right.
happen.
Just a warning for everybody out there, because I think it dampened my girlfriend as well.
I already know that pugs are annoying, dude. You don't have to drop the bomb.
No, that puts it back up. Like you've de-ruined them for me.
Okay.
But just think about this. They are biological garbage bins.
But that's so many animals. There's so many animals.
But that's us too, like we're scavengers as well.
No,
Yeah,
we're not.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are. Just because
did-
we've got like a fridge now doesn't mean we're not.
Yeah, we
No,
sort
but,
of.
okay, scavenging isn't our primary mode. But then when you look at dogs, you realize, no, their primary mode is scavenging. Like anytime you ever walk past with any piece of food, even if it's a carrot or something, they'll be like, and they'll be like very, very desperate for it. They want your scraps. That's what they're looking for. They're
Not
that,
indie.
no, yeah,
Definitely Rumi,
well.
I'm gonna be honest.
Nah,
He's exactly
Indian-
that. He'll eat anything.
He's not like that.
Yes, she is. They all
Dude.
do it. They all just like get really desperate as soon as you move around with any food. And the more I was thinking about it, I thought, wow, we have just bred these garbage bins to look really cute, and that is their survival strategy as a biological bin. To just
But dude,
look,
you could say the same for like vultures or like this.
but we haven't bred them to look adorable. And that's the whole thing. When you look at a vulture, you're like, ugh. But every time you look at a dog, but
But wait
like
a sec.
saying-
Wait, are wolves
Dude, I do agree with you, Jordan. Like, this is a true story. I had to give Rumi antibiotics like a few months ago. And so I had to finish like an entire course for him. Initially, I would wrap it up in a piece of bread so that he would eat it. And one time I just dropped it and I realized he doesn't need no bread. He just eats medicine like it's food. He'll eat anything. He doesn't give a shit.
They're hoovers.
Wait. But sorry, I cut out for a sec. But what's the difference between wolves and dogs? Is a hunter a scavenger? I mean, you're scavenging the earth. Where do you draw the line?
No, that's not the same thing.
No, a hunter is something that goes out of its way to pin something down that's alive and eat it.
But the thing is, I would say that if we've domesticated the dogs, if they weren't domesticated, they could hunt. Cats do.
No, I don't know. Because there are wild dogs. I don't even know if they all came from wolves.
It depends on the dog, I think. Like if you're talking about like wolves or dingoes, then yes. But if you're talking about like just standard dogs, then often not. But Jordan, I do want to stress this. We are exactly like dogs. Like we are supposed to be scavengers. Like when we left the trees and started walking on plains, we were literally at a lower level of the food chain. We would just wait for a lion to leave so that we could eat the remains that it had left behind of a zebra. And we were just constantly scared that the lion's going to come back and eat us. It was much, much later when we actually started to like properly hunt and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? You have allayed my fears. I don't know. I was looking at my dogs the other day and how desperate they were for food. And it just looked so genetically encoded for a second that I thought it's just, for the first time in my life, I knew how chicks felt when we were like 19 and in the club, just being like, do you want a drink? Sorry, I can't really afford one. It was just like, you're desperate, dude.
What do you mean 19?
Desperate. Huh? Hey, well, I guess that's the end of the pod anyway, isn't it?
No, we still have time.
Let's do one more segment. So this Sydney Morning Herald did a story on what's her name, the Attorney General, Michaelia Cash.
Yeah.
To humanize her.
Yeah.
The internet is going off on how this does the opposite of humanizing her, and it actually exposes her as a robot / lizard person.
Because, what does it say?
Well, the first paragraph says, it is Michaelia Cash's first visit to Delhi Chichi, a cafe in Perth's suburb in Mount Claremont. After finishing her almond milk cappuccino, she springs out of her seat and goes to the counter. "Who made my coffee?" she asks. It was beyond divine. The barista turns out to be the cafe owner's son. Soon, Cash is behind the counter with the young man hovering at his shoulder as he works. "That's fascinating," she says, studying the coffee machine as if it was a miraculous new invention. "The whole thing is automated," she says.
Wait, who was this, Gladys?
No, this is Michaelia Cash. She's the Attorney General. Let me just show you like a screenshot. I'll share the screen so that you know.
Yeah, show me. I don't know who that is.
Do you think dude, just think about Margaret Thatcher except young. There you go. You don't need a picture.
Is she the ones with the glasses that she couldn't put them on properly and shit?
That's her. Can you see?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, right.
The puff piece of Sydney Morning Herald. So Sydney Morning Herald at this point is just like they're a publicist for the ruling party, are they?
Oh my God. Like, it's like the equivalent of like Elizabeth Warren trying to drink a beer. Do it.
No, it's not. It's
worse than that.
You're not a
worse
human.
than that.
Just don't try to do normal things.
I suppose
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? It's just like you should not try and humanize yourself. You are known as a vicious attack dog in the Senate. Just have the journalists sit on the other side of the table while you sit there berating them and making fun of them for 15 minutes. That's
that's content. That's content.
That's content, and that's what you are. You aren't some nice old lady that goes into coffee shops and says, "Oh, that's nice," as is that. Like, even when it's read out, it seems disingenuous.
I mean, Keating could do it. You can own it. Just sit there, just being like, "Hey, who's next? Tabby over here. What does she know? What does he know about journalism? Nothing, I bet. How about you? Who do you work for? The ABC. All right, commie. That's what I want to hear. Bloody, I can imagine what you're going to write. How about you? Channel 7. Hey, I used to work at Channel 7. Bloody bunch of clowns. Like, that's what you want. I agree.
That's so good. That guy was a robot, a payout machine.
I wish I look, you know my opinions on the CCP, but I can't help but think that Paul Keating as permanent prime minister would have been for the best in every way. Like the comedy, the policy,
The Burns.
Hey, the Burns.
Imagine how many Burns would be on record if he was prime minister from then to now.
I watch some of his Burns.
It's enough.
That's regular viewing for me, watching some of his Burn compilations on YouTube.
Yeah. As it is
Same as you guys.
Imagine if that was just the news. The news was Burn compilation number 3030.
You think he'd have to change his name to Paul Gooley
Who's that?
from Gurban Gooley?
Yeah.
Because you can't have a name like Paul Keating and be dictator for life. You need a name with pizzazz.
What about this though? Not Paul Keating, but imagine if he was referred to as Mr. Keating.
Yeah, that could work. No one knows his first name.
And then he sort of resurrects the corpse of Bob Hawke, and he just comes back drinking beers like on strings, like yay, yay.
Yeah, and
yay.
That's it. He's kind of there just so people to give him that likable factor that Paul Keating didn't have. But he still just sits there, even though he is a resurrected corpse, going, yeah. Here's your problem, old Silver. I'll tell you what yours is. You've got no gumption at all. It's like for 15 years, him just sitting there.
Oh, Silver. And because he's drank so many beers, he's preserved like a mummy, so he doesn't like petrify. He's just like, Yeah,
that preserves you drinking 4x gold.
Fucking oath.
Do we have time for one more segment, Jordan? Or
I don't know. Do we?
Aren't
My
we
dinner's coming in 10 minutes, so yes.
Let's do it. Let's do it till dinner arrives.
What
did you order?
I'm getting tandoori chicken, damn it.
Representing
the usual.
Representing the Pakistani contingency on the pod.
Thank you very much. Someone has to fill that void, Ali.
I've converted him to Pakistani cuisine and lettuce exclusively.
And what are you going to have, Ali?
I don't know, actually.
I know what I'm having.
There's probably going to be something in the fridge.
You want to know what I'm having?
What?
Both of you take a guess. I reckon one of you be able to guess.
Mars bar.
That was my pre-dinner.
Mexican.
I am having a really average stew that I pre-made about a few nights ago and then forgot about. I'm just gonna basically be like, I'm choking it down. Isn't that thanks enough? Like it's that thing where, yeah. That thing where you make something and you spend like money on something and you're just like, it's okay. And it's like, but can't waste it because you don't want to waste food. Yeah, just gonna force it down my gullet.
No. You've just made me again appreciate dogs.
Well, speaking of dogs, what is this? The next segment is related to dogs, particularly greyhounds. I didn't know this was a thing, but have you guys heard of ACM, the media organization?
No.
Jordan, have you? They have been in cahoots with the Greyhound Racing Association of New South Wales.
Oh, the local paper.
Yeah, and they've been pumping out.
Oh, with Catalano, of course. Yeah, go on.
They've been pumping out news stories, which are literally written by the CEO of Greyhound Racing. Things like greyhounds bolster mental health and are the best supporting The best supporting role goes to Oscar the Greyhound for being a great listener. And what they also did, well, they're not wrong, but what they also did was ACM has ignored news stories about people in the community gathering close to 12,000 signatures to ban Greyhound racing. And they pulled out all those stories and only kept news stories about how Greyhounds can be adopted while they're not racing, stuff like that. What's your guys' take on Greyhound racing? Good or bad?
I'm fun for the whole family. I look, if this all goes south, I'm going to the dish lickers. It'd be funny if you saw me 5 years from now with one of those patchy brown suits that has that different colored elbow going, come on, come on. No, don't look at me.
The destiny that we've all considered at our worst times, the dish.
Go to the track.
Yeah.
Turn my luck around and Christ.
Hey,
I just really want to have that one moment. I know it's extremely cruel, but I want that one moment of tearing up 50 tickets in anger, being like, literally.
So
Ali,
it's clear you guys are pro Greyhound racing, I'm gathering.
No, I've got I know some people in the industry because I used to stack chairs at Greyhounds in Sydney. There you go.
What hasn't this man done? Yeah, I used to fill it yabbies, club seals for a bit. Who hasn't? I was the president of Uganda for a bit. That was just out of high school. Just gap year there.
It's actually so accurate.
Medical officer to the UN. That was after stacking chairs.
I used to smoke a lot of pot in those days. I'm off now.
So
I was the press secretary to Trump for a while. You know that sassy comebacks. Yeah, that was me.
Look, Shannon, you've said enough. Frankly, that whatever your name is, George can stand you. No. Look, I can't stand. Yeah, you've had enough. MSNBC. I'm not a big fan of yous either. All right, no, just quiet down. Who superseded Fox? Like America Today?
America, maybe. Wait, so you guys still haven't told me where you guys stand at Greyhound racing, because I don't know the answer to that. Like, is it unethical?
So what I was going to say,
are they just athletes and we're making a big deal about it?
It's a nuanced thing. I know people in the industry, and it's not a black and white situation. There's right and wrong on both sides.
What's the wrong on the racing part?
Because I bet you it's just, I don't personally treat my greyhounds badly.
Wait, which one do you want?
What was that gunshot? Oh, one of them had a broken leg.
Wait a sec. Which one do you want first? You both just
the industry.
What do you mean? The
positives, the pros.
What does the industry say?
The positives are there is a big contingency of them that are arguably run a very ethical practice. It helps. You might just brush it off, but it is a massive economic factor in like regional areas, and it's like a sort of like, social, cultural, good for your mental health, get out there kind of thing. It's like a big industry.
So you're basically just saying the economic loss from outlawing it is going to be huge.
It's not just that. They say that it's not sustainable. Like, you can't just rescue all these dogs. Like, a lot of dogs will be killed, and a lot of these owners treat their dogs like fucking really well. You go get that. They treat their dogs very well. That's the one side. The other side is...
Well, I was hoping to get Jordan to talk about the negatives, because I know that he is, even though he's right now, seems like he's pro Greyhound racing, but I know he's pretty anti.
Well, let's see what he says, because, yeah.
But go on. What are the negatives? Like, some of the Greyhounds are treated pretty badly.
They're treated badly. It's gambling. That's not. It's gambling.
But gambling is legal in other areas.
I'm not saying it's not illegal. I'm not saying it's it should be illegal. I'm just saying it's morally and ethically not the best thing to invest in any society. And then there are examples of cruelty and deaths.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
But it's just not. It's a hard one to me. To me, it's like a hard one because it actually, having spoken to people that are like, I treat my animals with like utmost respect, and like I employ this many people, and it's this, it's been in my family for this many generations, and it's just legislators in the city that are trying to cramp down on something they don't know anything about in regional areas.
Australia has like a very rich history of greyhound racing, right?
It's
Because
English.
for me, it's like a non-issue. Because I would just assume that, yeah, that's kind of fucked. Why are we still doing that? But I suppose that there are cultural elements to it which I should pay attention to. That there's a very rich background of Australians coming from Britain that were into this sport. It's like whaling for the Japanese,
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's not as it's a similar argument to the Melbourne Cup, or you could say. I mean,
yeah. How is that different? How are horses different from dogs?
Principally, I don't see that there's a huge difference, but again, I'm kind of two ways with that too. Like I see both sides of it, I think it's a bit rich sometimes when people are stuffing their mouths with triple beef burgers and saying, how can you support the Melbourne Cup, you animal? There's like this a little fucking bit of irony in those situations. But people that aren't just sort of righteous ideologues that are reasonable and that are against it, I understand. It's like horses are like revered animals generally, and like nearly every race one gets put down. Like it's kind of fucked that they break their leg and they get their heads blown off. I don't know. It's
Jordan, are you there?
Yeah.
Why is greyhound racing unethical? Do you know anything about it?
What's your opinion?
Mostly the live baiting stuff, isn't it?
Live baiting? What do you mean?
Oh, right. The rabbits.
Just making a possum run down the aisle, and then they just get 6 hungry greyhounds to run after it, and they starve them, so they run extra fast. And
oh, that's horrible. That changes my mind.
Not exclusively. That's not exclusively accurate. A lot of them don't use live bait. A lot of them don't starve their animals.
Yeah, but if you want the best results,
makes sense. All right. Well, look, Jordan's food is here. How about we end the pod for tonight, and we'll see everyone next week, unless you're a patron. Sign up, and actually, I should mention this because someone pointed it out. You need to join the FriendlyJordies Podcast Patreon to get up late. Some people join
FriendlyJordies Patreon. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Cut that subscription.
So FriendlyJordies Podcast Patreon, and you'll get access to the up late and some other juicy content. Thank you guys for joining us. Miss Love, do you want to say your byes?
Bye. Love you all.
Peace out. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks for the support. Keep safe.
Baby, don't say no.